Hi everyone, how are you? Hoping you're all well. So I wanted to come and talk to you more about like understanding your past to create your best present. So what happens in our lives is that we have a cycle of cause and effect. The causes can be causes that we control or causes that were in our um, in our power to kind of control. And some of those causes, actually most of the causes, I will say about 90% of the causes are causes that we do not control. We have no power over. It's things that either happen to us, it's things that we were born into, is things that are part of the society, etc., etc. But what happens is that this past that has been created affects our present. It affects our present and it affects our future choices. We're not going to concentrate on that for today. Today we're going to concentrate on creating our best present. And there are, I'm going to go straight into what you can do. So there are a few things that you can put in place in your life in order to create a better pathway, in order to create a better space for you to be able to create that best present. So first thing first, I want to talk about decluttering. I think decluttering is the best thing ever. And when I say decluttering, I'm not only talking about you decluttering your space, as in your kitchen or your house, your room. I'm talking about really understanding what around you what around you is creating things that is not serving you. What around you has been adding to this cycle of past hurt and creating that same circle and cycle again. What around you is making you feel certain emotions that you know are not going in your way. So, how can you start doing that? First, you want to do an assessment. So, by creating your assessment, what you're going to do is you're going to check different categories in your life and see what works, what doesn't work. So, first of all, you want to scale that area of your life. So, let's say you want to talk about your romantic life. So, you want to scale where is your romantic life right now at this moment? Where would you scale it from a 0 to 10? So let's say now you scale it at 5. You want to spend a bit of time to journal or to just write or to just out all the effect and everything that is happening that is causing it to be a 5 right now. Then you want to put that list on the side and you want to do the same for all the different areas, the different priorities in your life. So once you've done that, what you want to do is come back to the list and now decide one by one on all those items that you've written on the list. What is it that I want to get rid of? What is it that is not serving me? What is it that is creating the same pattern in my life? What is it that is not serving me? Who is it that is not serving me? So, for example, if I was to give you an example here, sometimes you go into a pathway because you've been pushed to be going into that pathway. So, let's say your parent ask you to become a lawyer or a doctor, and you've gone into that way because that was the way to secure, maybe to be secure financially, to be secured socially, and to have this kind of like state that will be what was expected of you. But creating all of this, what happened is that even though it created the stability somewhere, it was also like a bit like the yin and the yang, and it also created some issues or some challenge along the way, because that was not your purpose. That was not something that you wanted to do. You did it to please someone else. So you did not live according to the life that you're supposed to live in. So let's say this is the issue here. So what would you do in order to really assess whether, what can I do right now? This is serving me, this is not serving me. How is it serving me? What am I benefiting from this? What am I not benefiting from this? And if you have more of the negative, you want to then declutter that negative. So I'm not telling you to declutter relationships. Like, if your parent told you to go and be a doctor, don't declutter your parents. But the idea is to declutter that narrative, the narrative that is being taught to you by your parents. Also, for you, first of all, so starting with you, once you've been able to declutter it, you are then able to express yourself in a way that will then give the message to your parents, to your family, to say, this is not the path that I've chosen, this is another path I've chosen. And those are the reason why. And the idea here is to really assess what is at the core of the issue. So, what is at the core of what you've decided to create? What is at the core of what you decided to be part of? So when we're doing this, what are we doing? We are creating the declutter. So we're creating the declutter, saying, okay, this is not something I want to do. This is something I want to be more leave aside. So now, once you've done that, what do you want to do? You want to now create habits regarding that decision. You want to create habit that will go into the decision and that will support that effect. So when we are decluttering in our lives, when we are decluttering places or relationships, we want to understand what is it that we don't want from there, and create boundaries, create limits to stop the circle, to stop everything happening, to stop everything going round and around and around. So this is what we want to do. Once we've done that, and we've created a habit into our life, and we've done that with all the section of our life, so the different priorities in your lives. What we want to create now is create a space where we have a better control of things that we want. So now we're going to be really conscious and really going into a line path to where is it we're going to be, who we're going to be with, how we're going to connect with this person, what we are expecting of those relationships, what we are expecting of, for example, a certain purchase. What is this going to bring into our life? So what you want to do now is you want to create a path of every single day being really authentic to yourself. So every single thing that you're doing, you want to be able to ask yourself a few questions. So first question, what is this bringing into my life? What is this behavior gonna have as an effect in my life? What is this person gonna bring to my life? And the idea is to have like a vice versa. Remember, nothing is just linear in one go. Everything goes round and around. So we live in a circular world. So what it is that that person's gonna maybe bring into your life, what is it that you're gonna bring into their life? What is it that they're gonna bring into your life? What is it that you're gonna bring into their life? And what you want to do is you want to create such an effect into your life that every single thing is going toward living your best present and leading to a best future. So this is two things here. that you need to do. Actually, three things. So first, you will need to assess the areas, then you need to declutter, and then you'll need to go consciously and really purposefully bring the things in your life that you know are going to create this best present for you. So being purposeful. So in doing all those three things, what is it that's going to happen? What's going to happen is that the past is not going to let go. The past is not going to say, oh no, you decided to change, you decided to declutter this thing on the side, so therefore I'm going to let you be. No, the past is going to keep on coming. Going to be not coming. There's events in your life that are going to keep having this recurring narrative and coming back. So now is what can you put in place to then stop this um, from taking you away from your purpose? What are you going to do? So there's different things that you can do. To train your mind, you can do affirmations. So affirmations are a little bit of a yay or nay. It depends of who you're talking to. But basically, what I like with affirmation is that affirmation allows you to visualize another reality. Affirmations allow you to think of there is another way. There is just one way. Therefore, if I'm not really feeling happy here, if I'm not getting what I need to get from this avenue, I'm just going to go and get another avenue, and I've got the option for it. So, affirmation creates the option by putting affirmation into your life and by making them being here. So it could be words that will take you on the path. It could be sentences that, for example, what you will do with those affirmation is what's going to create even more of a new narrative for your mind. So with those affirmation, you can one uh, something that I talk a lot about. Tap on it. You can tap on it, and that will really help you to release the negative emotion that you've created into the past into a positive outcome. Then you can journal. So by journaling, what's going to create is you're going to allow your mind to not only see another path, but also create a narrative, a new narrative around that new path. But that will be your narrative. So you want to journal. Then what do you want to do? You want to, so what did I say? I said, you can use it to EFT tapping. You can use it as a journaling, but you can also use it as anchor. So anchor in the way of putting maybe reminders on your phone. So on your phone, you have like this anchor come back every single day at a certain time. For example, I'm creating my best present, and this affirmation is coming all the time. That's going to keep you on track. That's going to remind you at every hour or every 2 hours or how many hours you want to create the thing, whether you do it daily or monthly. That's going to come in a recurrent way and tell you, I'm creating my best present. So having that reminder, what's going to create in your mind is going to create a pattern in your subconscious that is going to then help you and support you into having this narrative, if we can call it like that, this new narrative. So this is the other thing you can do. What you can also do in terms of the tapping, in terms of the affirmation, in terms of the affirmation, what you can create as well is create a recording and listen to that recording. All those things that you've listed at the beginning when you were doing the assessment, what are the opposite of that? What is it what you want? Don't think of what I don't want. Think of what you want. So I want to be able to blah blah blah. I want have to be, I want present tense that keep you onto that track. That's what you want to. There's so much more I want to give you around this. So this is just basically just brushing off this particular subject of understanding your past to create your best present, because there are other layers. As I've told you at the beginning when I was starting, there's things that you control and there's things that you do not control. So there's things that have happened in your past that were out of your control, and things are going to be happening in your present, in your future, that are going to be out of your control. How are you going to lead onto this? Unfortunately, to enough time for us to go through this. I'm not going to go through this too much in details, but this is something that you need to take in consideration. Take in consideration that there are things that you can control, there are things that you have the power to move, to shift, and there are things you can't control. So, what is your behavior going to be when you can't control something? And how you're going to create a pattern in your life that is going to keep you on the path of creating your best present. All right. So I was just talking about the soulful wellness box. So the soulful wellness box is a subscription box that I send out to people, to women, most of the time, who are high achievers. They are nurturers. They are also somehow a little bit of romantics. So it's a little bit as if I was like talking about myself here, but a lot of who are who are nurses put themselves aside, and most of the time, those women have been hurt in the past. The hurt, they are still carrying it, and even though they are high achievers, even though in a term of like a professional setting, they are doing well in terms of the emotional, mental well-being, and some often also physical well-being, sexual well-being, they challenges. And the soulful conversation that are part of the subscription really help to kind of like um, unlayer and to help to create the new narrative. So, what is the subscription box? There's the Soulful Wellness subscription box. It's 4 items that are received every month on a monthly basis. Then it's one soulful conversation, which is basically a coaching session where we go into a specific challenge and unlayer it to come to the nut of it, and then create a new narrative for your subconscious as well as for your conscious. So what we use in the session is NLP, we use EFT tapping, we also use a little bit of compassionate inquiry. Um, and this is something that can support you into creating better life. So it's self-care, um, but it's self-care in a way where you feel enrolled, embraced, and supported, guided to go and live a better life. So if you are interested in subscribing, it was amazing. It would be amazing. There's 2 things that I forgot to mention that you get in the subscription. So first of all, the subscription box, I use the human design to support my clients. And with the human design, what happens is that I create a chart with that chart, you are able to take that chart and actually apply some of the element to your life to support your life in this way. The second thing that I forgot is that there is a actual community space. In the community space, you get guest experts who are coming every month and teaching you about a certain subject because I do not know it all and I want you to have the best opportunity to take all of the external um, resources that are going to support you into creating your best present and your best life. So in the community is started only last month, this month. So we have wellness expert. Next month we will have Kubra. Kubra is gonna talk to us about the effect of the moon and astrology on our lives and how we can use the lunar cycle to create our best life and to put it in our best advantage. So she will be on the platform from the 1st of March, which is also on the 1st of March that the new subscription box are going out to all the clients. So I invite you to apply. I invite you to come. And if you want to book a chat with me to discuss it more, book it. It's for free. You just have to go onto this link, and I'll be super happy to support you and guide you into your best life. You take care now. Next time.